tenths instead of 3/10. Now the control group, which is what everybody watches, it goes into GDP basically, up 0.7% after a 3/10 gain in the month of July. The forecast was only for 4/10, so it looks like it was a very strong back-to-school season, and it looks like Americans were not put off by tariffs, at least not during the month of August. The other numbers we're just getting in here, import prices up 0.3%. That's down 1/10 from last month. The expectation was for them to fall 0.2. Ex-petroleum up only 0.2% from a 3/10 in July. But here's the
boys.
If they aren't going down, it suggests that exporters are not absorbing costs of tariffs, that they are just passing along their normal prices or increasing them a little bit. So that would put the onus of tariffs on the importers, on wholesalers, retailers, and to a certain extent the American people. But the American people look past it looks like, in the month of August.
Afternoon, my fucking people.
Who were looking through their card data and essentially told us on this
boys.
they saw a consumer re-engaging with the economy and spending was picking up. You see that captured in the retail sales print so far this morning. The market reaction is curious, so let's get into it.
No, you know what I've been doing? You know what I've done? This side here. No, this side, sorry. I was sitting like that. Just sitting here like this playing Clash for about 15 minutes and I didn't realise. I took my hand away, bro. I looked at the thing, bro. My face is just fully red. I've been sitting like this for literally probably about 20 minutes just on my phone. So yeah, that's why my face is a little bit red. What's that, what we saying? Mehmet, what's good? Slaps, Fessy, MA, Josh, Jesse, Sion, Dan, Pascal. What we saying, boys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, it's 1 o'clock, mate, you fucking idiot. Afternoon, sorry, lads. I hope we're well.
Especially because there's even a little bit of dollar strength coming in.
I fell asleep during pre-London today. To be honest, bro, I mean, we called the bias bang on once again. But in terms of trades, there was just nothing there. There was just no entry for us. So, Josh, didn't matter, brother. Didn't matter.
Were revised upward. They were not revised downward. So across the
board, catch that GJ this morning, my boy. Nice. What did you jump in, Dan? Show me what you jumped in. Did we have to put? Yeah, we had that really nice bullish move. Yeah, it was just a little bit pissy here, but yeah, it was really nice on the move up. I think we had this 4-hour imbalance, right? Yeah, this is the 4-hour imbalance we had, and then we was looking for that continuation off. So it was perfect. Yes, Jesse. What's good? It's good, people. If you're in here, say yo, man. Oh, this is in here. I've got a lovely cup of coffee here. Did I spill it? Looks like I fucking spilled it. And I spilled it again. 2 secs, boys. Holy fuck.
Electronics and furniture stores up 0.3%. Furniture and home furnishings were down by 0.3%. But health and personal, gasoline stations were up 0.5%. Gas prices did go up.
Yeah, so I mean, good afternoon. Fucking hell.
1%. You'd expect that in back-to-school times. Non-store retailers.
I'm good, Jesse, man. How you doing?
And food services and drinking
hope you're well, bro.
Down a little bit from what they were last month, but
hope we're all doing good, man.
0.7%.
We'll let a few people join, boys, and I'll go over the markets today. We got the bias bang on this morning. It was just, again, a shame how we wasn't able to get in a trade. For me, it's getting pretty frustrating now. I've not had a trade in a good few weeks.
So the latest news overnight. We woke up to this, happened yesterday evening. An appeals court blocked the White House from removing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. Just a headline crossing the Bloomberg.
In terms of optimal ALG trades. Did you manage to get entry on GJ? I don't trade JPY pairs, bro. Sorry, Daniel, I don't trade JPY pairs. But we were talking about it this morning on the pre-London. We were saying obviously buyers in the best position. The pound's quite strong. The yen's not necessarily massively strong. It's decent, obviously, against the dollar at the moment, but the pound is booming at the moment. We had some nice news come out really today. But realistically, the buyers, I would have thought, were really nice in terms of taking the low, in terms of coming into our 4-hour imbalance and filling. But for me, it's when we had the trade through, right? When we had the trade through at this point here, there was nothing for price to come back to, like a 5-minute. I mean, that's not really a 5 minute, it's fucking tiny. So again, would have been hard. Entry, honestly, boys, entry recently has just been so difficult. to get into the markets.
Well, the Federal Reserve opinion is 3%.
What news you watching? Oh, can you boys hear that?
My view is 4% is neutral. So we're a heck of a lot closer.
Sorry, boy, I forgot you guys can hear that.
The Federal Reserve
Yeah, watching Bloomberg. I'll keep that on. But actually, do you want me to turn it off, guys? Do you want me to? I can turn my desktop audio off. Just let me know if you want me to. If it's annoying. I normally just listen to it when I'm streaming in my ear. But I didn't turn my desktop audio. I'm good, Tommy. How you doing, brother? How you doing, bro? I'm getting frustrated too. I can't lie. It's annoying. It's really annoying. But in terms of what's going to happen really tomorrow and Thursday, should give us a bit more volume in these markets. I think that's what we're lacking at the moment, just the volume. But yeah, GJ buyers after filling that 4 hour and sweeping that Asia low was lovely. GU again just continued up, took DTO quite early. Same thing with EU, took DTO quite early. And then we start pushing to the upside. Still got a monthly target to the upside for EU, so hopefully we can get a decent enough rebalance. Maybe take London lows and then start seeing a rebalance towards that DTO. But we did sweep that London high, so we could definitely have somewhat of a move down, which would be optimal. Push to that DTO would be nice. So if there is a New York trade inbound, for me it would be DTO. But we'll wait for price to do its thing. But that's, I'm pretty sure, daily CRT, but we still got this lovely completion of the monthly to the upside. So this is why we're looking at sort of the final destination for EU to that, July high? Yeah, July high. Which is really nice. Like what I said this morning, boys, I was looking at gold to hit, well, I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks now, to be fair, but gold to hit 3.7. Today we hit, did we hit 3.7? I think we were very, fucking hell, we were so close. We were very close. But yeah, I'm just looking for gold to really continue now. 3.7, 3.8 by the end of the year, and early next year, if we continue to see that weak dollar. But that's sort of where we're at. Again, the weak dollar is still sort of the narrative of the market. So again, kind of the reason why I want to see some nice retracements after this London sweep, and then a nice buy sort of near that DTO area here. We've got a nice 1 hour fair value there as well. So we'll see how price reacts to that. So as VG, EG was unlucky today. I was looking for buys off EG this morning. But as you can see, 5 minute gave us absolutely nothing. It was really nice though, beautiful sweep of Asia's low, bang on 7 o'clock. Which obviously swept all of our Asia sell side to the move to the upside is what he's looking for. Again, just a fundamental bias. It was lovely in terms of obviously us taking the sell side liquidity. We're more bullish for the pound than we are for the euro. What's the maddest arrow? Jesus Christ. So yeah, we are more bullish for the euro. That's something to definitely note. So EG buys are the main positions. Okay. Obviously we had the 5 minute trade through, but then we just didn't have a 5 minute within this area here, which is unlucky. But again, if you're someone that just trades off the IFVG, could have been a really nice trade there for you. Again, decent move as well. Not just coming to Asia's high, but also coming to Friday high and beyond as well. Really coming up to the private 50. But again, that's the benefits of using bias to your advantage, boys. I mean, one, you don't lose many trades. And two, you sort of get to understand if you're able to get into the markets or not get into the markets, right? So hopefully now we can sort of see a continuation down. We've had a bit of a tap into this fair value. This fair value on the 1 hour towards this DTO is perfect for a sort of a reversal point here. So we'll keep our eyes on EU and GU. I think they're going to do quite similar. Come to the DTO and then hopefully have that rebalance. I say rebalance, the continuation of that already bearish move.
How long can
bullish move, sorry.
keep rallying together at this point, given everything you said?
Well, I mean, the equity market looks pretty good. Look, my forward earnings.
Let me turn it down a little bit.
Factors are very, very good. We haven't pushed multiples to any substantial.
Right, that should be better, boys. EG, I just fucked up this morning. Main position for LG. Yeah, same for me, Tommy. That's the position I was hoping to get in on, but man, we was unlucky. We was really unlucky today, to be honest, lads. Really unlucky. EG was most of our focus on pre-London. As soon as we jumped on, I'm not too sure what time I jumped on, about 20 to 7. We obviously wait for it just to get down to that low. Once it got to that low, we was like, okay, cool. We want to see EG now start moving to the upside. So it was unlucky, but again, at least we're still with the markets. We know we still got the correct bias, and we can just sort of go ahead from here. Got to take your benefits where we can, really, you know. I don't want to dread on it too much that we're not getting massive positions at the moment. By the way, boys, 56 days to go to get just over 400 subs. I think that's possible. That's I think it's under 10 a day, innit? Let me have to do the calculation for that. 420 divided by 56. That's 7.5 a day. Alright, so 8. Can we get 8 subs a day? Can we get 8 subscriptions a day? I reckon we can. Just know 5-minute form. Yeah, was unlucky, man, without obviously having that 5 minute. Oh yeah, boys. By the way, if you've not yet watched Lou's recent, let me just get it up. Might as well put it up on the stream, boys. Make sure you've watched Lou's new go on videos. Make sure you've watched the new bootcamp video number 2. Give that a watch. First one was really good. Again, all these videos are fucking unreal, but this video here really gets you back to the basics. And again, boys, if you're not someone who's in the mentoring group, it's probably the best place to start. We've been getting messages so much on Instagram. People that don't really want to spend money. I mean, I'd say you sort of need to if you want to get the best advice and the best mentoring. But if you don't, then boys, this is still second to none in terms of mentoring. So boys, fucking watch that. It goes into it dives down into sort of the concepts of understanding. It's just sort of it's more understanding sort of how to actually trade these markets without being a fucking idiot. And so many people disregard it, boys. It's like I think it's like a 15-minute video or something. Oh, that's a 20-minute video. Give it a watch, boys. It's quality. And yeah, drop a like, drop a comment if you liked. If you didn't like it, still drop a comment. Any advice, boys? We would love to have it. Yo, you guys still the same? Still the same? I saw on TikTok in London office. Why not office in the office anymore? Yes, bro. We're the same dudes. We're still the same dudes. We just go on TikTok, YouTube now. We don't go on TikTok. I think Lou goes on TikTok sometimes, but we just keep getting banned on there. So yeah, we're just on YouTube and sort of Discord at the moment, bro. But yeah, we did our year. So we had a year contract in that office. Our plan isn't really to stay in one spot. It was always our dream to sort of trade in Canary Wharf. But at the end of the day, boys, like an office like that is a big waste of money, and you only sort of realise when you've been there for enough time. But it was good for the experience. It was good for the time. Plus, you're sort of fixed down into to make it like to go there. The thing is, it's quite awkward now is that we do more services. So for our mentoring group, we still do. We do now do the pre-London streams, which start at 6:30. It takes me too long to get to London for me to still do the streams at 6:30. So it's just awkward, you know. I would just trade from home if that was the case, and then it gets to the point where it's like that's just a waste of money. Bearing in mind, like an office in there, the office in there is so expensive, and there's so much more hidden expenses that you get with it. And to be honest, man, it's not even like it's sick, like it's nuts. So we can still go back in the office whenever we want. We've got this pass where we can pretty much go in for any day we really want. But we just thought instead of getting us fixed down on something that we've got to pay for time, which we've already done for a year, bearing in mind. So we did our year in the Wolf. Me and Lou are sort of those people that don't like being. I mean, it's a world where we're sort of trading to get freedom, you know. And sort of it takes it a little bit away when you're forcing yourself to go into an office every day, travel far, pay a lot of money for everything. Travel's a lot of money. We used to have someone who used to drive us around. We had to pay someone like 1,300 quid just to drive us around all month to our office and back. Had to pay for parking. We had a parking space there. The office alone was a joke amount of money. So at the moment we've sort of put to stack in. We've built our home offices, me and Lou. So yeah, we're sort of taking this right now. We travelled Asia as well. When we left the office, we wanted to go away, so we went away for 6 months around Thailand. Went to a few different places in Thailand. Was there for time. Loved it. We come back about 11 months ago now. Probably about 10, 11 months. But now we've just been building our office, stacking, and stuff like that, man. Do you still do public stream trades? Or is it, yeah, we still do stream trades, bro. We still do stream trades. It's just whether or not we can get one, right? We're not going to force anything, bang anything on the stream. We're not people to sort of just get people into the live just because just by having like a trade on the screen. If there is something, I would advise. But at the same time, I don't trade New York session myself, so what we more talk about on these New York lives is sort of what happened through London, trade through London, continue talking about the bias, fundamental bias as well. But yeah, that's where we at, brother. But essentially what we're now looking at for New York is, again, I would like to see a bit more of a retracement from our EU-GU. I mean, if this is all we're going to go, fair play, but I do want to see price obviously come down off this fair value, come back to our 1 hour, bounce off the DTO and start having that continuation to the upside. And then we can look for the completion of that monthly CRT, which is our main target for this week, really, especially with that cut of interest rates in the Fed. We can really understand that GU and EU are going to start having that really nice move to the upside. Yes, Vish, what we saying, broski? Mohammed was good. Kendo was fucking good, bro. Are we good, lads? DJ came in clutch again. Yeah, nice. Send you a trade through, Vish. I'm going to... we'll have a look for it together. Going to send you a message on Discord. Send me a message, Josh, my bro. Which one was it called? What's it called, Josh? What's that video called? How did you Lou meet in school? No. Me and Lou are from different areas, man. We're both from Essex, but different areas in Essex. My stepdad and his dad were like best mates in school, and yeah, me and Lou have been mates since we're probably about 2 years of age, like 2 or 3. Me and Lou have known each other for fucking years. For years. Family mates, pretty much. Vish, you realised every start of London session GJ comes with us, so it's looks yeah, it has been. Especially with that strong pound, it's really made it a lot nicer. I just realised my Bloomberg's not actually on anymore. Should I saw? Nah, so what we was looking at C-stroke was the EG buyers. I just spoke about this. We had the 5-minute trade through, but just didn't get no 5-minute within this trading range here. Obviously, we took that low, bang on a beautiful time. European Open, 7 a.m. Which is ECB Open, bearing in mind. We were just unable to get that move. Unable to actually get a fair value within that bullish move up. Which is unlucky. Very unlucky. We was very close to getting a nice trade. Friday high would have been a very nice DP. Mates, could you give us a rundown EG fundamental bias right now, please? Of course I can, bro. Let me just mute Bloomberg. So first of all, first things first, right? Let's have a dive into what's going on right now. So a really important thing to note about Euro, and this is more of a political stance, right? Is they had a vote of no confidence with their prime minister, right? So their prime minister was pretty much sacked this week. I think it was last week actually, because of vote of no confidence. So they're having to get a new PM in. By the way, this is France. Sorry, should have said this is France. I think we might have had quite similar in Germany, but politically we're very, very weak in terms of the Euro. Another thing in terms of Euro which is not doing great is stock market. Stock market is really not doing good. We've seen it sort of have a nice few weeks of sort of I say weeks. We've had a nice bit of bearishness for the past. Okay, yeah, a few good weeks, which obviously has shown that growth is slowing down. We've had, I think, maybe 2/3 quarters of a slowdown in growth. So we do have sort of a stagnation situation going on. We've got inflation sort of rising a little bit, but we've got growth quite stuck. So GDP is very slow. Slowdown in growth obviously equals that we're quite bearish in terms of the economy. Slower growth, higher inflation, not great. Interest rates aren't going to get cut. That's why we are still sort of bullish in terms of EU. But the reason why we're stronger on the pound is because we had unemployment rates stay the same, which is really good. So we've got the pretty much labour market pretty tight at the moment. I've got my notes from the other news. Claimant count wasn't great. I'm not too sure how they didn't make the pound more bearish, to be brutally honest. Unemployment rates, they're the same. Average earnings come up. Obviously, that boosts the economy a little bit more. Average earnings is obviously great. It shows a little bit of growth, and it does also help with if inflation's coming high, which is sort of our problem at the moment. UK inflation is very, very fucking high, which means we're going to hold interest rates, which is good. That's going to keep the strength of the pound on our side. Obviously, euro interest rates are lower. I think we've got European interest rates at about 2.15%, and then we've got the UK interest rates at 4%. So obviously, when you look at a country, you look at their interest rates. Who's got nicer interest rates? Obviously, it's fucking UK. Capital inflows will mainly go towards the UK rather than the EU economy because of the interest rate. Because of the interest rate. In terms of bonds as well, we've noticed bonds, GB 10-year, have stayed quite high. They have had our drop from the 4.7, so it's a little bit better in terms of payback of bonds. So we've seen it decrease from there was 4.9. So this is start of Jan, it was really high, 4.9%. And obviously, in terms of what yield really, how does it affect an economy, is how much the government pays back on bonds. So say, for an example, I put £1,000 into a bond. I'm going to get 4.9% every single year. So I'm going to get, $49 each month for 10 years. That figure has gone down from 4.9 to 4.6. So we've seen the 10-year bond yields drop by 0.3%, which obviously shows us that the government it's going to be easier for the government to pay back debt, which is brilliant. Exact same with the US we've had as well. That's dropped from about pretty much 5, isn't it? Yeah, from 5% all the way down to 4%, and this is pretty much Trump's goal. He wants to get yields lower. Why? Because obviously debt in the US is huge, so they're going to try and lower the debt, obviously by decreasing that bond yield. It was 5% at the start of the year, it's now 4%, which is a lot better for the Fed to pay back on bonds. The way they are doing this as well is they've been trying to drive inflation down, which is obviously creating that possibility for a rate cut, which a rate cut will then have sort of a dovish move or a bearish move on the yield of their bonds. So that's why we're quite weak at the moment with the US, because we're seeing we're seeing interest rates be cut. So the euro is stronger than the dollar, but not stronger than the pound. We've got a little bit more stability with the pound. Growth isn't awful as well. I'm pretty sure we've got growth forecasted to be half good. I don't know where my Forex factory is gone. Where is it? Oh no, we've got some monetary policy. I'm pretty sure we had some other GBP news. Okay, we've got inflation. Inflation is staying high, 3.8%. Again, if inflation's not coming down, it does sort of signal to us that we are seeing inflation stay at a higher rate, which is good because it's going to keep our interest rates high. So it's going to keep that pound quite strong. We can see that equities and stocks over in the US are doing quite well at the moment. We've had S&P at a brand new high. The reason for that, is you should really put New York Stock Exchange. New York Stock Exchange booming purely for the reason of interest rate cuts. Obviously, when government bond yields come down, bastard. Sorry, not bonds. When interest rates get cut down, you see companies actually pay back less on their bank loans, same with mortgages and stuff. So it does ease an economy quite heavily. But it looks like us keeping our rates at 4% is easing monetary policy. So the pound is stronger than the euro and stronger than the dollar at the moment. The best positions at the moment, most efficient, would be GU buyers. My problem with that is, you've probably seen, I mean, we're now getting EG come down now, which is nice, because I do want to see a nice rebalance of it. We're at the DTO. No, we was already. Oh no, we come to the DTO, right? Lovely. Amazing. I forgot we actually already come to the details. I was thinking about EU. So I do want to see a trade for here. I'm still more bullish on the pounds. We said that comes through. Euro USD sitting currently here. We've got nothing coming out for the euro today, actually. We got nothing coming about coming about, mates. Could you give us a... Oh, sorry, I already fucking read that. I called it LG J30 today. Cheeky. Lovely stuff. I'm going to start looking at that because some people have been telling me about like European equities and they've been quite strong. You trade futures or is it literally just J30 the equity? Jesse Man, apparently that's a really good pair for LG. Yeah, apparently it is. Mates, what is the go with Palestine and Israel? I have no idea who is right or who is wrong, who you stand for. I don't stand for neither of them, bro. I think it's a stupid fucking war. There were two people that lived in one area, and now one of them's trying to take them over, and the other one just don't want it to. I'm not even going to get involved. I think it's a fucking stupid war. Right? They should really be on the same fucking side. Let's be honest. But I couldn't give a fuck, to be brutally honest, man. People die on both sides. It's just horrible. But at the end of the day, man, there's always wars in the fucking Middle East. There's wars that happen like next door, that have been happening next door to them for years. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible, but at the end of the day, man, it's fucking stupid. It's just stupid. We're our own worst enemy, boys. That's the problem with us, man. We are our worst enemies. There's so much stuff we sort of created. Well, some people think God created, but we created, right? In terms of like religion and stuff, where it's just caused segregation between fucking people, and it drives them to kill each other. Like, it's just fucking stupid. Like, it's beyond stupid. It's a war that shouldn't happen, should never have happened. It's just shit because the area is sacred to both parties. So yeah. Does the Palestine and Israel war have an impact on Forex? Yeah, bro, 100%. 100%. Israel are a fucking... I mean, the way it affects the market, right, is one, geopolitical wars do impulse gold and other precious metals like silver. That's a fact. It would have an effect on USD because realistically, if you think about it, anything that's bought in US dollar boosts the dollar. So Israel will probably get a lot of what do you call it? Like weaponry and stuff from the US. So when those are bought by Israel, you'll see the dollar boom. What's your thoughts on holding your money in an ISA fund or just a bank savings account? I've got money in ISAs. I think it's a good idea. It's a safe investment, realistically, and at the end of the day, it's not a massive yield you're going to be receiving, but at the same time, for something that like the risk that it's at, it's worth it. It's better than having your money in a bank account. Put it that way. Go for it. Premium bonds, another thing to put money in. They're quite good. But I advise them, Albie. I advise them. It's just always good to be stacking in something like that. Even if you put like a 20 quid in there a month, like literally, if you just put 20 quid in it a month, like type shit. Do you know what I'm saying? At least you're getting into sort of the rhythm of putting money towards better stuff. I mean, 20 quid's fuck all, so I would advise putting like 100 quid a month or something. But in my opinion, it's a really good way to sort of stack money and sort of manage your your finances and stuff. And what is your fundamental on DXY right now, mate? Is this bearishness going to stop soon, or? I'm not looking for it to stop soon. I mean, it depends what time frame we're talking about, right? Maybe towards the end of the year we'll see inflation come up, but we're probably going to see a little bit of an impulse in the dollar. But in terms of like until like sort of the end of September, maybe a bit early into October, I reckon we're still going to be bullish. Bearish for the dollar. We still have a lot of news to come out to tell us what's really going on in terms of the labour market, but I'm pretty sure labour's still quite bad in the US, especially from the previous NFP and the last unemployment claims and stuff like that. Interest rate cut is obviously going to be weak. That's coming out tomorrow. That's still going to be the narrative for a couple of weeks after. We've still got a cut cycle, so bearing in mind, we're not just cutting once, we're probably cutting twice, 3, 4, or 5 times or something like that. Fuck knows. We'll have to obviously monitor. But until then, we should really be bearish, right? Until the end of the cut cycle, we should still be bearish. Again, we might see a little impulse of inflation. But, yeah, that's really where I'm at with the DXY. I'm still bearish for it, you know. I find people who argue over religion or who's right or wrong is mentally ill or got something wrong. I'm Muslim, I love my Christian brothers, don't want to ruin relationships over disagreement. Do you know what I'm saying? There's just no point. And again, it comes back to sort of the Charlie Kirk thing, right? It's sort of belief. It's like what you believe, isn't it? It's like it's like your opinion on something and what you believe. Like there's no point in arguing over it. Do you know what I'm saying? If one person believes one thing, one person believes another, just fucking let the cunts believe whatever they want, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's just silly. I think it's silly. It's silly. See, when it's like regarding politics and shit, I think it makes sense, right, to have an argument about that because, I mean, not really, because you're going to do fuck all about it. You're not going to change any decision. But in terms of politics, it actually makes a difference with how a whole country operates. In terms of religion and that, it's just no point in arguing over it. No point in arguing with it. It's such a shitty dilemma, though, because obviously the situation, like, they both want Gaza. They both want it. They both want it. It's sacred. Just dropped you my chart on Dissy. Lovely stuff, bro. Let me have a little look. Yeah, that was lovely, this. Very nice. BRT because you're only fine, but yeah, that's really nice. We have the 4-hour CRT to the upside as well, didn't we? Or do we complete and then come up? Oh, nice. You got in at a 5. Oh, okay, cool. So you got in at a 5 minute. You got in at a 5 minute IFEG. Where we at? 50% of it. Nice. Nice. What did you aim for again? Friday high. Oh, 80 high. Nice. What did that get you? About 3.3R? How much? That's my guess. I'm gonna guess 3.35 RR. How much RR is it? Something like that. Let's see how close that was. Let's go on GG. Let's have a look. Let's see if EU has that sort of that rebalance off there now, though. That was close. But yeah, very nice, bro. Love that. Let's have a look, or it might just continue up here. No, I've just done that. No way, I've just done that. Oh, that's so annoying. I fucking hate that so much. There's actually not that many things that are more annoying than that. Oh, God. I've got to switch all my pairs back. That is unbearable. Where's my... Oh, I do that so often, man. It's actually bare annoying. Italian 10-year, German 10-year, Japanese 10-year. France will be more important. Fuck it. Makes sense. I got 2.8 from GJ Asia, but in the later 5-minute breakouts. Alright. Do you guys find GJ EJ better for ALG? I don't look at GJ EJ really that much. Right, so it's Lou uses fair value order block, but you seem to use fair value. The thing is with order blocks, it's more time you find an order block above a fair value gap. So normally if I look at a fair value, I don't really see the point in pointing out the order block. A fill of a fair value could just be a tap into an order block. So they are quite similar. I do look at order blocks just way more on a higher time frame than a lower. Lower fair value for me just is applied way better. What's yen basket? It's similar to this. Yeah, it's the basket of the yen. So what a basket is it like refers to a lot of other currencies. So the basket refers to the yen, the it could be the dollar, Swiss franc, euro, pound, Chinese yen, stuff like that. And that's all against the yen. So it's actually better than the yen index. It's actually the yen, how strong or weak the yen is against other currencies. So if you know JPY yen basket is strong, you know it's strong against all currencies. Not that it's just bullish. So yen basket is strong. Could you analyse GCAD? Yeah, I'd say GCAD is definitely bearish for the next few days. Bullish, because I mean the pound stands strong. We've got BOC interest rates coming out. We've got a cut of interest rates. I'm pretty sure they're doing, and that's tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, the Bank of Canada are looking to cut interest rates by 25 basis points, which will drop the Canadian dollar a little bit. US in terms of GBP, we're obviously keeping interest rates at 4%, so that puts us in the sort of that category where we are staying quite bullish against Bank of Canada. So I would say GC buys is what you really want to be getting in on. I don't know how low we're coming because obviously we are pretty bullish. We did say it was just low. No, we didn't. DTO. Oh, I reckon buys now would be pretty nice. Just continuing off what we've already had. We've got the trade through. Got a little 5-minute here. Tiny little fucking... This is the 15-minute. But I'd say, yeah, so those interest rate decisions coming up tomorrow. So, yeah, really looking at a bearish Canadian dollar then. So if your basket is bullish, is stronger than GBP USD. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Well, not necessarily GU, but like it's against currencies. It's not against currency pairs. I might explain that, alright. Let me ask ChatGPT and then read you back out because I might sound better. When traders talk about a yen basket, they don't mean an actual basket. It's more like a collection of group currency pairs that involve the Japanese yen. Instead of just looking at USD JPY, you look at the yen against several major currencies at the same time. Pretty much Euro JPY, GJ, AJ, put all these together and you've got a basket. Basically a bundle of trades or an index that reflects the yen's performance against multiple currencies, not just one. This is a good point as well. Why is it useful? If you only look at USD JPY, you can't tell if the yen is truly weak. Maybe it's just a dollar being super strong. And that's the exact same reason why we use the DXY. Yeah, it's true, remember, yeah. But yeah, I think he would take the higher than sell. We've already taken the London higher, so I mean, we'll see. We've seen gold come down a little bit. Mate, I saw someone said when you get funded account, it's not actually live money, it's demo money. When you get a payout, they pay you using challenge money from people purchasing their accounts. That is true. That is very true, bro. But also, okay, let me help you guys understand what a proprietary arm is. So what proprietary arm is it's pretty much like a fund, right? It's like these prop firms that we got nowadays are pretty much like the new versions of prop firms or proprietary arms. They're called prop firms now, like the newer ones, right? But what they are is pretty much a firm that will fund you money, their money, to go ahead and trade, right? So you trade someone else's capital. So it's the same premise, but with these sort of online, more retail prop firms, they will rebalance instead of obviously you getting to trade. Don't look at it in a bad way, because it's good, because realistically back in the day you couldn't get funding like for trading. You couldn't, like, banks wouldn't give you money to trade. They will either hire traders or you would trade your own money. That is the only way. Or you'd also be like an institutional firm, like a hedge fund or something like that, right? That's the only way you could really trade big money. But now, obviously, retail brokers and prop firms have found a way where they can get you trading and then rebalance the books with people's challenge fees. But you also got to remind yourself that they are prop firms. So they are probably a company with a large pot of money, and they have all of the data from all traders. So they might get the top 3 traders in all of the traders that let's say, for example, right, this month on ACG, let's just pick it something random, right? Say me and the whole Discord are the only people that trade for ACG. Let's just say that, right? They want to have the top 3 traders who's traded on their firm to pretty much trade their money. So what they'll do is, obviously, they know what trades you're placing, they know your trades, so they'll go ahead and place that on a real account without you knowing and pretty much copying your trade. So that's a way some prop firms operate. FTMO operate in a way where they pretty much hire traders. So if you prove yourself to them well enough continuously, they will probably go ahead and fucking ask you to come trade for them with their capital, right? FTMO do that. I'm not too sure how many other firms do that, but I know a decent few do that. But it's just understanding sort of the present prop firms we've now got, not just the ones that we used to have. But it's a good thing, bro, because you've got to realise we're able to make a lot of money through those proprietary arms. Back in the day, boys, you had to be a fucking trader on a floor. Pretty much. So we're lucky. We're very lucky. That's why prop firms are great. But you got to realise, boys, there's so many people in trading that fail. Like, so many people that fail. Like fucking 95% fail. And just don't make money. And we've seen stats from prop firm accounts. From like MFF, me and Lou used to analyse this deeply. And literally about 3% of people pass their phase 1. Which is tiny. Because that's not even phase 2. And that's not even payout. So I think out of the 100% of people that will buy an account, say 1 month, only probably like 1% will pass and get funded. Or maybe even less than that, like 0.5% or something. Do you know what I mean? Very small. So this is why prop firms make a decent amount of money. It's a pretty scum way to operate, but at the same time, it's a business model that works. You're able to make money. Do you know what I'm saying? You're able to make money while also I mean, yeah. I mean, no need to go more into it. That's pretty much what it is. But boys, count yourself lucky, man. I feel lucky every day that we can have prop firms like these new prop firms. There's a lot of people that lose in trading, boys. So if you're the people that win, there's enough people that lose for you to be paid your payout. So don't be pissed. As long as you're profitable, you'll be all good. And this is why MFF used to like spread people out, right? Do you remember when like it come out where my Forex funds, they would just fucking like, and I noticed this. Me and Lou noticed this. We were max funded with MFF at this point, right? This is when it went. This was fucking annoying. I think we was 400k funded, and yeah, we noticed they started to start spreading people out. They started spreading us out a lot more, and we nearly lost our account like twice. We didn't, but we nearly lost our account like twice. And then I think it was like the next week or next few weeks while we was in the office, we got an email from I can't remember who it was actually. But MFF was pretty much closing down, innit? It was fucked. But do you remember when that quote come out, spread them to hell? That's pretty much what they were doing, and they fucked us. Fucked themselves harder though, because obviously they got liquidated. That's a few years back now, but yeah. That's why some firms you got to be careful with. This is what FTIB or ACG the best props. 30% off at the moment as well with ACG accounts. That's fucking bare good. 30% off accounts, ACG. Makes me just want to buy one for the fucking sake of it. Just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of actually using the 30% off. It's actually bare good. So they can scam up and not pay. Not really, bro, because at the end of the day, like, if you... And this is the good thing about our community, right? This is a bit... Sorry, I've got like a bit of a dick wedgie. I've got a bit of a nunny wedgie. Don't ask any questions. But at the end of the day, like, for example, anyone in our community, like, you will get your payout. Like, if you haven't broken any rules, and there's no reason for you to not get your payout, there is so many people in our community that could fucking absolutely raid ACG's Discord, raid ACG's Twitter, fucking raid them on YouTube, raid them on Instagram. So it really doesn't matter. Like, that's why we're good with it, boys. Do you know what I'm saying? We're good. And all you guys are good. So we're stacking more. Well, at the moment we've sort of chilled out with accounts because there's not much going on in the markets recently. We've not get many trades, so we've sort of put new accounts on hold. So we're not really stacking at the moment, more just sort of preserving capital. We're sort of in that sort of more defensive mode at the moment than just going out for that attack. Hopefully something changes soon so we can buy accounts and start getting more funding. But if not, then it is what it is. But like, for example, like ACG tried to do that like a few years ago. This was a few years ago when they tried to do this. They tried to not pay someone out. And they went on Twitter and just like, went on TikTok, made a video and that, and bro, he got his payout like the next day. Pretty much. And think about it, that was just a fucking trader on Twitter. We've got a fuck off community, 8.5k on YouTube, no 8.5k on Discord, more than that. Nearly fucking. How many people are actually in the Discord? I actually don't even remember. Is it 8.7? 8.3. We've got 8.3 thousand people in the Discord. Fucking 2.5k on YouTube. Fucking 14k on Instagram. Like, I mean, we're not. You're gonna get your payout in it. That's why you gotta get in the fucking mentorship, boys. We look after you, man. We look after you. So again, it looks like E probably might just come and grab the high instead of coming down to the 1 hour and sort of DTO level, which is kind of annoying. It's pretty annoying. Boys, if you're not sod, man, make sure you're subscribed. Still trying to hit 3k by my birthday. Yeah, just above 8.3. 15 clan members. No, we've got more than that now. We've got like 19, bro. Shit. Lou joined up as well. So pretty much if you're a good trader, they'll provide you with the live account and they will copy your trades pretty much. Yeah, they'll copy your trades. I mean, like, more time you won't know because they'll obviously have all your data. They'll know that you're profitable and they will just copy your trades that you probably won't even know. But yeah. Have anyone approached you and Lou to trade for a firm or fund, etc.? Yeah, me and Lou have been asked multiple times to trade for a fund, but it's just not something we want to do, boys. Like, we come to this game for to work for ourselves, right? To work for ourselves, have our own time, have our freedom, and that type of shit just takes you back. Just takes you straight back to being sort of unfree, if you may. So yeah, it's sort of against what me and Lou sort of thrive for in life, which is pretty much freedom, time freedom, location freedom, all that stuff. There's a lot of firms that if you trade for them, they won't allow you to go on a holiday. It would be like a job. You'd have certain times you can go on holiday and stuff like that. I love our bio. Yeah, I just realised we didn't actually have a bio in our clan. I thought, bro, I better add something in. First thing come to my head, rape or get raped. That was the first thing. But yeah, it looks like EU is just going to continue up, to be honest. Just kind of shit. Man, I got to like 9907 last night. I finally got Evo Valk as well, which is fucking pattern. It's about time. It's good to be asked though, isn't it? Yeah, 100%. It's good to be asked. It blows smoke up your ass a bit. Do you know what I mean? It blows smoke up your ass. But at the end of the day, man, it's not what I wanna be doing, man. Even though if I might have been earning more money, but again, for me, it's really not for the money. Like, we've sort of got past that point of like really caring about making like so much money, just taking away our time for it. Like, we just don't see the point of it. Yes, I would like to make more money, but I don't want to spend more time or have more hassle, have more stress for more money. Do you know? For me, it's just no point. Not much point. Yeah, Carla, I don't even want the money from trading, just the freedom to help my family. That's it, man. That's it. That's what's important about trading. Doing it for the right thing, not doing it for the fucking wrong thing, which is really just money. Do you know what I mean? Like, put it this way, I'd rather have more capital than more money, because the more capital I've got, realistically in my head, it's sort of more freedom that you have. You don't have to risk as much, really. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's literally it, man. Just family and freedom. Like, boys, I feel fucking bare grateful that I've got into trading, man. I'd spend bare time with my family. Like, this morning I was with my nan for a few hours. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just sick. I make my mum dinner when she comes home from work. It's a bare good feeling. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just so much freedom, and that's just like a couple of things that are just to do with family, nothing to do with like what I get out of it. But mate, it's so much better, boys. I'll be so honest. A lot of you guys are very close to getting to this point. Anyone thinking about retirement yet? I've got far too much ADHD to go into retirement, bro. Yeah, I'll be too bored, man. I'll end up fucking... Like, this is why a lot of millionaires end up fucking dying, man. Retire too early and just start pissing about, drink too much, fucking get on it too much. And yeah, man. So, no, I want to keep myself occupied, keep myself working, keep myself on my toes. Again, still have the freedom, but keep myself on my toes, you know, keep myself busy. That's key. But that's why I like my routine at the moment, because it is pretty action filled throughout the day. I can get a workout in the morning. So I love it. I can't wait for a lot of you boys to also be for a lot more free as well with it. Yeah, it's just continuing off now. Yeah, I find it hard to move out, man. Like I've thought about it a few times, but bro, I just love living with my family. I'm not gonna lie, like I absolutely love it. I love it. I love pissing off my mum too much. I hear that, bro. I'm the same. Mate, it's how you get started with mentorship. If you have any tips for me or anyone else trying to start a mentorship. Again, boys, we didn't really do it out of choice. We didn't do it out of choice. We did it because people wanted us to do mentorship because they liked our teaching so much. So we just started the mentorship, again, just straight off demand. So I would say only really do it if you've actually created the demand for it. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't force anything with mentorship or anything. But yeah. Yeah. You got in a week already, mate. It's Tuesday, bruv. Holy shit. But it looks like price is just going to continue now for EU, GU to the upside. EG is just chilling, but EU and GU are just going to come to the upside now. I honestly don't know what I'd be doing if Richesse didn't pop up on my FYP a year and a half ago. Goes, come on, Tommy. Come on, boys. Man, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have you, man. Like sort of as a group and us talking every day, jumping on lives and stuff like that, man. Bro, I love it, man. Some of my favourite people, I swear down, some of my favourite people join my live every day. Pre-London and New York. Like some of my favourite people are in here. Defo. EG still really pissing about, man. I passed 100k phase 2 and 100k. Hey, let's go, MH. Let's fucking go. But if I see a sort of setup for my new phase 2, I will try. Ah, it's fair play, bro. Ah, that's fully fair play. Mates, can you help me quick, bro, please? What do you need help with, Tony? EG could also just continue up here as well. I don't think it's going to sell off. I mean, I'm not really looking for it. I mean, it's come up really high for the day, so it might have a little bit of a sell-off. But, yeah, I don't really want to come for the CRT completion yet, but we probably are. I tried shorting on EU at Swift. Oh, I wouldn't short EU. Tony, you should have been in the stream, bro. We was all saying it's going to continue, pretty much. 200 quid for 100k is fucking good. How can you explain DTO? So DTO is a daily trade open, so it's pretty much a really key level of price where you see a lot of people have their orders. So DTO stands for the daily trade open. So it's 0000 New York time. So it's New York night. Okay. And we got a lot of people who actually have a lot of orders, sell stops and stop losses here in this area. Historically it's shown that price loves to come back to the midnight candle pretty much. And we look to pretty much continue off of it, right? So say this is our Asia range. Our Asia range is this box here, right? So we've got two highs, whatever. What we really look to use it for is just to see price continue. So this is our DTO level here. We're looking to pretty much long and continue price. So again, you really do need your bias. Once you've got your bias, you can look to use the DTO because, again, if we've taken the buy side liquidity, then obviously there could be a chance that we're going to move down. But obviously, if we have a pretty bullish Asia session, which we had here, there's a good chance that we're going to come back to the detail and continue off. So again, if you've got the bias correct, EU bullish, that is pretty much our bias, then you're doing sweet. 2, you'll be looking for DTO. We didn't come back to the detail, which is unlucky, so that wouldn't have happened today. But again, at least you're on the right side of the market, and he was very close to getting ended, so it was just unlucky. You're on the wrong side of the market, Tony. The market's bullish for EUGU. The dollar's weak. The euro's a lot stronger than the dollar. So it's purely just you're on the wrong side of the market, bro. Again, fundamental bias is so fucking key. And that is the main reason why you lost that trade. If you was looking more onto the with the bias of the bullish EU, then you probably go for bias, and then you would have been in a really good position. But it's just been on the wrong side of the market, bro. Just not understanding that obviously that main higher time frame and fundamental bullish price action. Same 5 bucks is happening to me these days. The Mr. Long and for retracement stop loss. That's the thing. The retracements aren't worth getting in. I always say this. When the price is moving up, don't try and get into the retracement down. You want to be getting into the move that has filled the imbalance and now is going for the external. Put it this way, right? If we're in internal and external liquidity points, we want to be entering after we've taken external. So we want external to be our target. And then internal is pretty much where we're looking to enter. It's our confirmation that we're going to reverse. So this happens first, and then we look to enter for the externals. Don't try and enter before. So that's why, in my opinion, retracement trades are like not worth it at all. Because 1, you're going against the main bias of the market, and 2, you've just got such a high chance of losing. Looking at these fuckers working at office day, like, talk to me respect. I'm fucking funding you far. I'm tired. I'm funded with ACG. I'm funded with ACG. Well, boys, we're just going to continue to the upside, so I'm not going to lie, I might as well jump off. But at least you guys, again, know where the price is going. You should all get the fundamental bias. And we've still got 25% off codes at the moment, boys. So if you want to jump in the mentoring or signals or anything like that, understand the markets a bit more, or even just get fucking copy trades sent straight to your phone, then, boys, drop me a message. It looks like G-Uni's just going to continue really now, so be careful of those positions, especially those buys, because we are quite high, but also the sells because we are still bullish. Well, boys, I'll catch you around tomorrow at 6:30. I hope you've had a good one. If you want to question anything that I've said today, feel free to drop me a message, boys. I'm active all the time. Don't chase the market. Something I would not have said 6 weeks ago. Yeah, trust me. That's it. Don't chase the markets. Ride the wave, boys. Be where the big money is, not where the shit